Okay. Next to last, and certainly not least, returning to our committee is Representative Nix, who will now present HB 4061, West Villages Improvement District, Sarasota County. Representative, good to see you back. You're recognized to explain your bill.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Vice Chair, ranking member, staff, and everyone here on this illustrious committee. I'm very, very grateful to be here with you today to talk about the effects of the bill of House Bill 4061. This bill revises the charter of the West Villages Improvement District to add a process for transitioning from a landowner elected board to one elected by qualified electors of the district. The bill removes provisions requiring the district to obtain approval from the city of Northport or Sarasota County for obtaining the fee simple title in real property or exercising the power of eminent domain. This is a local bill that was voted on by the delegation unanimously. And I will say that is the bill.
Very well. Having explained his bill, are there any questions, knowing that Representative Nix offers an amendment? Very well. Seeing none, Representative Nix, you are recognized to explain your bill, your amendment, pardon me, barcode 809081.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We added this specifically because everybody else had one today, so we felt like we should have one as well. No.
Okay.
Just kidding. In my time with this, I want to work with all the stakeholders through this process. And as we've noticed from the way the community is being built out and the number of homes that are there versus the voters that are coming in, we had a little bit of heartburn with the number of voters that were in the original version of the bill. So we are just reducing the number of votes it will take to start getting seats on the board. We moved it by a little over 5,000 in the first, 6,000 in the second. I think we get to 10,000 and so on. So it's just removing that down. That is the amendment.
Very well. Having explained his amendment, do we have any questions? Okay. Do we have any public testimony on the amendment? We do. We have, I think it's John Meisel. Is it an M? John Meisel, resident, qualified voter, West Villages Improvement District, who is here as an opponent on the amendment. You're recognized, sir.
Good morning, Chairman and Representatives. I know my time is brief, but I drove 6 long hours to get here, and hopefully you'll at least indulge me a little bit.
We've got a little bit of time. If you hear this, you got 10 seconds.
All right. So with that, this local bill was started by the district. In full disclosure, I'm an elected supervisor on the district, but I'm here as a resident and a qualified voter that lives in the district. It was started, initiated by a board controlled by 4 of the 5 supervisors who are all employees of the master developer. They have repeatedly ignored the Florida Statute 189.041, which governs the transition of supervisor seats at 25, 50, 75, and 90%. As a result of that, and I will not disagree, there's some subjectivity on how you interpret that statute, but they've used their PE, the professional engineer in the district, to perform an urbanization study calculation for which he has no qualifications to do so. And as a result, a resident has challenged them in court. There's an ongoing court case with the district challenging their methodology that they used. This individual hired someone who's not only a member of the American Institute of Certified Planners, but he's been bestowed the distinction of being a fellow by the fellow members of AICP. His calculation came up to 55% of the district is urbanized, compared to the districts, which is always a moving goal line. First it was 18, then it was 6, and then it was 20 in consecutive years of 2020, or I think it was 2021 and 22. That being said, 189, the statute 189 was initiated to provide uniformity and accountability of special districts. There is no such thing. Furthermore, the Rules and Policies and Procedures Manual for local bills stipulates that under constitutional provisions, subjects prohibited in local bills, private incorporation or grant of privilege to a private corporation, and there's a footnote there of 67. The courts read privilege broadly to include not only financial benefits, but also rights that benefit, rights, benefits, or advantages granted to a corporation. Mattamy is a Canadian-owned corporation. If it was Chinese-owned corporation, we wouldn't be here today. But it's a foreign corporation that is leveraging their positions on the board, and they keep moving the goal line and prohibiting registered voters and qualified voters like myself from being able to exercise our right to vote for elected officials. I urge you to pause this. I've sent you all an email with a copy of that study, professional study done by that subject matter expert. It's in your inbox, and for those of you that didn't receive it, I got a kickback before I got on the road yesterday to get up here. Please review that. Pause this consideration of this bill. Do your due diligence. I heard numerous times from individuals that local bills should not support a private corporation. I think you, Representative Caruso, mentioned that. You yourself, Mr. Black, thank you. The way that they calculated these thresholds for I know you're about to give it to me, so just give me 15 seconds. The way they calculated thresholds for transitioning, they took 26,000 doors or dwellings and multiplied it by 2, figuring that there'd be 2 qualified voters per residence. The fact of the matter is 60% of the homes there are not owner-occupied. Those of you that live on coastal communities know that. Think of it. Are all your constituents, do they live year-round? No. The numbers are inflated, artificially inflated, to ensure we never get a seat
Thank
on
you,
the
sir.
board. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank
If
you
you have
very
any
much.
questions, let me know.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much for driving up and
Seeing
your
none,
testimony.
you are
Thank
ex
very much.
officio, you could chime in, but we are moving out of that. Representative Nix, you are recognized to close on your bill.
Yeah, I just wanted to say in the closing of this, you can see how this has come to fruition, right? We've got some ambiguity that's going on that both sides, I truly believe, want to fix. I'm working as hard as I can with both sides to try to come to a resolution because both sides of this are very, very important to what we're doing. That's how we got the First Amendment done. We're going to continue to have conversation as we go down the road. So I ask for your favorable support so we can continue to get this done and stop the opportunities where they have to go through litigation that's never good for the community. We want them to have an opportunity to heal. So thank you for your opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Having closed on his bill, Tamara, please call the roll.
Representatives Black,
Yes.
Caruso,
Yes.
Chamberlain,
Yes.
Cobb,
Yes.
Daly, Dunkley, Gant, Gerwig,
Yes.
Griffiths,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Holcomb,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Kendall, Temple,
Yes.
ex officio Rayner,
Yes.
Chair Rizzo.
Yes.
13 yeas, 0 nays.
13 yeas, 0 nays. Please show the bill reported favorably with committee substitutes. Congratulations, sir.